The most dangerous voices in your life aren't the ones telling you something wrong. They're the ones that are telling you something comfortable. Now, you can be surrounded by people and still be getting led in the wrong direction. And most guys don't even realize it because the voices around you aren't just background noise. They're actively shaping the direction of your life every single day. And today, I want to show you what happens when a man chooses the wrong ones. Here's something most men don't think about. We are incredibly selective about what we let into our lives. What we eat, what we wear, what car we drive. But the voices we allow to speak into our decisions, most men have never thought once about that. Friends, family, people online, a lot of it sounds good. A lot of it feels supportive. But there's a difference between a voice that makes you feel better and a voice that actually makes you better. Some people in your life will tell you what you want to hear. Others will tell you what you need to hear. And here's the hard part. The ones telling you what you want to hear, they're a lot easier to listen to. Scripture has something to say about that, and it hits hard. This is 1 Kings chapter 12. Rehoboam just became king. His father Solomon built one of the most powerful kingdoms in the history of Israel. And now it's his. Right out of the gate, the people come to him with a request. Ease the burden, lead us well, and we will follow you. That's not a rebellion. That's an opportunity. Lead with wisdom, and you keep the kingdom. So Rehoboam does what any man would do. He asks for advice. Now, first he goes to the elders, men who served under Solomon, men with wisdom, experience, men who had seen what it actually took to lead well. And they gave him an answer, a very clear answer. Serve these people. Speak kindly to them. Lead with humility, and they will follow you forever. That's good counsel, wise counsel, the kind of answer that costs you something, but builds something greater. Well, of course, he didn't like that answer. So he went somewhere else. To his boys, the guys he grew up with, the ones who had never led anything, the ones who told him exactly what he wanted to hear. Tell them you're stronger than your father. Show them who's in charge. Now, Scripture says he rejected the counsel of the elders and followed the advice of his peers. He lost the kingdom, he lost the people, and he divided what was meant to be whole over one decision made by the wrong voices. Now, here's where this gets personal. We do the same thing. Maybe not with a kingdom, but with our marriages, our finances, our futures. Every time we ignore the hard truth and go find someone who will tell us what we want to hear, we start losing things we were meant to hold together. So why do we do it? Because wise counsel is uncomfortable. It challenges you. It requires something from you. And the voices that just validate where you already are, they feel like support, but they're keeping you stuck. Proverbs 12:15 says, "The way of fools seems right to them, but the wise listen to advice." The fool isn't the man who doesn't have access to wisdom. The fool is the man who does and chooses comfort instead. So what does this actually look like in your life? Start by getting honest about who's speaking into you right now. Not who you want it to be, who it actually is. Are the men closest to you challenging you to grow? Or are they just agreeing with everything you do? because there's a difference between a man who's in your corner and a man who just tells you what you want to hear. You need both, but only one of them will actually make you better. Proverbs 27:17 says, "As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another." That's not a comfortable process. Iron on iron creates friction. It creates heat, but it produces something sharp, something useful, something ready. Now, if you're serious about becoming better, you need at least one man in your life who loves you enough to tell you the truth. Someone with wisdom, someone with skin in the game, someone who sharpens you, not someone who just keeps you comfortable. The wrong voices kept Rehoboam from everything he was supposed to build. Don't let that be your story. Pay attention to who you're listening to. Find men who tell you the truth and have the courage to actually receive it. Because the right voices don't just change your direction, they change your life. Keep walking the narrow trail.